ko anim kakra bi
we no ho
ai
okay
aha pija ai sa
say eye
ai
otimenka
metronka
sa woni ne mu odu me de ne
otimenka metimi kasa no makoyi Dr. Muhammad Bawum ya picture atu achi on
you're correct pa
correct ba
it is possible no
kwamba for adwuma we mu wiaje se bia Fatima mo be $10 million yenne nkomo efom te say
nyame adom bibia boko bibia ekoso bibia be for Ghana ha bia Ghana batan me se me nam joma obi ase mama fo mo ojo nyam se Fatima nyere mo ho na ye beto aba dia protective free SHS ye di ho mfaso ye ma di ho mfaso
baby girl be what your state protocol. I say, just tell her I love her. And they are na bampu na ya makachire no why?
It's in Crawford any abrepa. Nurses, doctors, agenda 111 no be any abre say yem protected, na district be any hospital. Enti no. We are rest assured. Say nya meeting kwamu de ye de nyame di. Enti na ya abre be say the battle is the Lord's. Na o kwa akon yes uhu asem kan nya menka bi ma o ye de ye nim ye ntokwa konti abre bi anya me ne kuma ye ai nim se nkunimdie nso so be ye dia
nkunimdie be ye odia be ko yo so asending baby wo WhatsApp bacho send ana okay me hu fache me na ye musa Fatima too. In fact, we are going to deal with the 4 questions on beso mu hu ye ko abato. The last time we sat and had a conversation and then be sure say Fatima try as much as she can to take in a lot of questions and deal with it. Some of the misconceptions, so to speak. Now, what why? Now, so far, Youth Connect, Dr. Muhammad Bawum Konya, the youth campaign, say message men or the number.
Yeah, correct. Pa. In fact, 2 days ago, now they you copy more Boteman Games Village. Na hona ekoshia no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eto ne nsafre eku ahodo a eye efa mabunu eye die ni omonka nko ho asukufo anesefo adokitafo riders drivers artisans any obi a obi persons with disability obi pm obotema na obi a ho enya botema nko a every regional capital na ye wo mabunu ni bi nso so auditorium a o ma join virtually o ma join via Zoom a omo nso so etie Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ni so ade hunu ene ne pepa ema mabu na manage p because he is clear in his mind what he wants to do for the youth of this country.
He is clear in his mind.
Yes.
Ebine de ya.
Oka nema miensa. Ose Ghana mamudu no hia nema miensa. Edi nkan eye adesua ana education na etoso mienu skills ana na etoso miensa jobs. Enti na sese odi omuko school. Odi omuko school so ese omo additional skills. Ana so omo ye drop out omo intima anko school no. Pe bibi ma omo nya no omo nsa no adwuma. Na etoso miensa pe adwuma ema mabuno ne ye. Na oka we nyina wi o kire mu se na edi kan no eye education no. Eye from 2017 to date. Ya ye nim se na free SHS any free TVET ababe boa with ye twem mabunu dodo na ediako school enye no nko a unim se Ghana enka antete na this one na na read and write chiwempo President Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Banyi has made the largest investment in TVET education in the history of this country. Yeka TVET anya brofo bebre a technical vocational education and training. And in that sector now across the country a free East Legon, Kwaka Suhum, Dan Soman, and Yinam, Baby Abefa bi Oma City Vet Centers, at Trimfidia Kukudam. Sebi, Okoesu Yapon Hodo Chromosom, yes, science and technology, Omunisa equipment, Nibi. And now, some of the girls' schools are almost drones. Drones, etimi to Korean, Emma Moya runways at tarmac, Esama drone, Bessie, Omutimi share prototype of a ship. Edi si nsuo so edi bi re nsuo ase enti the nature of your education no with the introduction of STEM and STEM model schools ewo Kumasi ewo Pasempe ewo Weja Hadie yo mu bebie ewo Abomosu ene nkeka ho no assistant the face of education in the country completely. No, so in terms of education and your
education no there. Nana do dan kokufo do aye do na.
Ne aka also no person or the beka ho. Titiri any say abema persons with disability or mako university for free.
Okay.
If you say you say disability is not inability. Enti sabi so ahoɔden na ni hɔ a ɔno nso so kotosɔre ne obepeja adwene no wɔ hɔ o de ne fa ntete mu ne nkyerɛkyerɛ mu a ɔno nso so betimi de ayɛ bibi a ɛbɛboa na ma wadi yie a yɛnya ne yie mu na afei nso so ɔmo wie nso a persons with disability no yɛbɛyɛ quota system bi a ɛbɛboa ama ɔmo nso ɔmɛnya adwuma ayɛ na ɛtɔ so mmienu yɛ skills training Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ mmabu no 1 million yɛ ma ɔmo digital skills ɛyɛ coding ɛyɛ app developing ɛne ne nkeka ho a ɛna yɛsi yɛwɔ ɛyɛ digital revolution mu the fourth industrial revolution no yɛn nso so yɛbɛtumi adi so mfasoɔ as Ghana man enti na ɔsɛ nteteɛ ne deɛ n'ani abere denden
wɔde bi ba bɛka ho ne mo makufo ado ayɛ bi enti owia ɔbɛmu ɔmo adwuma
na even kra no on skills no mame ma interventions a President Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aban yaya na ebi ni Ghana unim sa Ghana ni any social housing scheme. Ni any
social housing scheme no ye dey be ya.
Okay, mame ma onfato ho. Te say bi obi wa America anase o UK na say ana o Germany. Na so so oni adwuma oda abonten oni bibidi. Abanya sisi fia enya affordable housing ho. Affordable housing nko. Abanya sisi fia utumi kɔ hɔ kɔ register bank bet wo hɔ ne ama baabi ada. Ba cha otie ni ekopem se wa obetimi asa agina wona so no akope bibi aye the model of kaya ye hostels no ye first set of social housing scheme ye de abaga na ha wa one Kumasi ene Madina so instead of say anajo enkrofo be say rubber black no de ne kashiri ada ne sumye no de ne pan abutu nche no wada ho no aban ne se yenya ne saa bio yensisi hostels obi ni baabi da street kids ye be se so makọ okoda ho no anya se bia se beda obosume nsia wi asesa one makọ ye ma na nteteye ama ne nsa no adwuma ne ama ne dwetire sese wo free ho ama obi foforo aba kwa wo kọ no ne nsa so ne che adware enti no those are some of the interventions aban ne yes e be ma skills already when we say why ye eye me nua be ma Kofie Japan da say wo hu omo Black Star Square omo frɛ omo ye hawker street and niema nkofo oni bibiye wa wo ye abayo a wo pe bibia ye bra ne besua adwuma bi ne nsa ma wo ho aka de ani dwetire ne kɔhya ase enti niema bebre kwa ne ye in terms of skills training through Ghana Enterprises Agency GE Youth Employment Agency YE and National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Plan NEIP ekoso Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said beyond all those interventions no or the digital skills training so ye den ebe ma mabu no 1 million afeni about jobs me gidi say jobs and the elephant in the room
is the elephant in the room the kan nyina adwuma ni ho amrantie ne nkosi
na mame ma context about jobs no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan say ye ba ye no someone munim sane e wo bibi o mo frɛ no Unemployed Graduates Association in fact omo ko nurses training no omo ko degree nursing from 2012 ni enye posting 2012 to 2017 backlog bs 5 and na egu echi na graduate nso omo wie so yes say the embargo ato adwuma so public sector employment no omo toto papa so o chiroko ba bia the ways were blocked ye ba aban mu no so wo Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations yes ye wo evidence kire say adwuma baako 2.6 million ene ya de amagana for
mobile from 2017 adwuma baako 2.6 million
na ye kan no so nya abosremuka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne NPP ni bi obeka adwuma do ayaye sector
almost the figures are not corresponding they beat me 2.2 ABC 2.4 ABC 2.6 ya dia
2.2 no data data wo Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations up to 2022 enti ase na ye kan obi wo ha wontie context no documents no every year omu review SNET for also so records on the public sector for more SNET contributors ne nkeka ho enti afi bi awie ye no e bia me ma information na me catch us as at the end of 2023 and chese obi data or the buy as at end of 2022 no enye no kre mbacho what ase enti no data na e wo ho no may I just want to take you through a few of the niema ayaye health sector jobs based on the number of clearance Ministry of Health and Ghana Health Service omo de ba ya publishing newspapers aya recruitment aman krofo akojo omo letters omo posting letters 2017 10,061 recruited in the health sector 2018 11,021 2019 40,201 2020 51,671 2021 26,368.
All these people, health sector.
Yes, health sector. 2022, 7,020. 2023, 24,488. 2024, 15,000. So him say
nurses and kwa.
Nurses, doctors, other health lab technicians, health sector.
It took from 2017.
From 2017 to 2023, 170,830. And this year 15,000. But this year 15,000 omunye. Omugu so omo Crawford letters as we speak. Also omu be a portal no for 11,002 no in August. Omo no ma started letters no but previously omaje omo de dada no. And amalese wa ha say the amount no. Enti no obi oho say na mo se mafa we mu nyina adenti na ye was still a backlog post 2022 to date. Adenti na ebi mu da so ofia emposi omo. Ohene hwe deficit no. But hwe 5-year deficit no. Say we beto 5-year deficit. No watimi are closing it to 2 years. It's a plus of 3 for you. But what you say? Ka President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ba in 2017. And ana health professionals omu school under the NDC administration. Ni afọ omu nyina adwuma. Na backlog enni hwa. Enka President Akufo-Addo a recruiti omo a ono no ba 8 years no mu school nyina ama ye we chi pokran pank ye de be fa omo.
Ba mobile mo beto backlog. Enu nti na my employer still na nkofo egufie no.
But say o compare the number of years na gap no wom aso baby a de deficit na bedru na ye clear. Emma will be who say I'm president.
So mobile creating more jobs than John Dramani.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
Even in the health sector.
Me patron, I mean, any argument from any NDC person and any person contrary to that. What they say, most of my and the ban is saying they be that sugufie. Now, let me also tell you one thing about our population dynamics. African population generally
youthful.
70% of the people on the continent are 35 years or below. University of Ghana studies bi omo ye be ya afia na mfie mienu etwam. HSE Ghana your population 72% 35 years or below. Wo de compare baby to say Germany omo population Emrewan nkokra every year their population asad make your friend is saying CDU head office for some event in 2019, and we met some of the governors, and they were saying that their population now dropping by 1 million every year. As at that time, if something has changed within the past 4 years, I don't have knowledge of that, but it should tell you say, and now Western population in age, African population younger and younger and younger, and a population near youthful no. A trese a jumasem will be a priority. Ene nkeka ho enti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say yamana kwanya bedi Ghana mampanyia obema after President Akufo-Addo atete Ghana mabunu no obema the priority aye adwuma enti na wo hwe the theme of the 2024 campaign of the New Patriotic Party yes bold solution for jobs and businesses.
Oh yeah, no, almost a bold solution for jobs and businesses. What you wanted that? It's even more than a month.
Let me give you another typical example. Local government service. Local government service. And I mention Dr. Nana Atuata. Uhe local government service. Unim say uko all the MMDAs are FRBB environmental health officers. From 2010, you are recruited.
Environmental health
from
officers.
2010 to 2019, local government service and recruiting environmental health officers.
Mobile mafia saying.
Assemblies are no money bino. Obekona seat near vacant. Ebiniho.
Na mobile mafia
Local
saying.
government service from 2017 to date. On my recruitment 14,000.
Environmental health officers.
Any other nyomonkwa. Oma for be procurement. Oma for be ba all together. But all the backlog for environmental health officers are no entity or more the necessary qualifications. So near formal from 2010 to 2019. President Akufo-Addo abayin clear backlog ni na.
It's a backlog
Debbie.
For your health
And this is
officer.
the data I got from the head of the local government service.
It will also
engineer Nana Tuata Obwa Meboa.
Ana engineer Nana Tuata to me for fake information. It's the same. Menoka say environmental health officers there. Ya four munina.
From 2010 to 2019. Oma four munina.
Ya four munina.
Bachai. And to imagine so non so buy no. And I'm not backlog any ho from 2010 to 2017 January about 7 years.
Ya farm
be aboso ama ye fa bi ka ho. And it is like that sector by sector.
It's your mama backlog of Nkrofo eni adwuma yo.
Oh, bebre is a fact. Enka wenja nke Ambeto Unemployed Graduates Association. Enka wenja, enka government did not have to make an emergency intervention to say the 3-year NAPCO program. NAPCO don't mo be a portal almost started say even ye be like an apprenticeship for graduates. I'm work for public institutions akoye adwuma for 3 years. Ni amount just 700 Ghana cedis. Ohene Omo qualified through some vetting to be selected as part of the 100,000. No, we are in excess of 137,000. It should tell you, say, Nanka bibi wo hwa na the NDC o mutifi o moya, and ka won jai emma meye napko. Mbacho what ya say. It was evidence of the magnitude of the situation as we had it. But gradually, sector by sector.
Maya nyuma we nyina. And Obobosui, of course. If there is any contrary evidence to this, I'm sure said the opposition with their parliamentarians in parliament, you know, they should be able, because these figures, I'm sure, are the floor of parliament. But my aduma when you know, still as a man for no, do you agree with me that this election, corruption-related and family and friends-related issues will be a deciding factor in this election?
Ohene. If corruption is a deciding factor, I am happy. Do you know why I'm happy?
I didn't hear.
Because the NPP has selected a flag bearer who is not corrupt.
Dr. Mahama Baumia corrupt.
Oh, what is a NDC nimpo etimi akase Baumia corrupt da? Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has served in the Bank of Ghana from lower ranks all the way to deputy governor. Wejai, wewie. I'm Yabefan as running mate for President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo since 2008.
16 years and more.
A free ho, Wabedi Vice President of the Republic of Ghana from 2017 to date. NDC Fompo cannot put the name Baumia and corruption in the same sentence. And this is very important because yesi ucha owotia niaka nyina ya ahoma. If you want to fight corruption, it must start from leadership. And it's a meme no kasa memfa Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Messi Simpieso, Niamfa former President Mahama so Messi Simpieso, Niamfa Omumienu, Omo track record on anti-corruption and now corruption. Every Ghanaian, if it is the only issue for which we are going to vote, every Ghanaian will be convinced that Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has a superior track record and integrity and character to fight corruption than former President Mahama.
They will cause by Joyce for money insurance and Abahana. Bro, for said they will see woman. Who's the tree is what pa?
Oh, he don't need to
catch them here.
Someone sent for more multimedia corruption pens and PCMO. Even former President Mahama, the Ford bribery scandal, no near you know, say, and Yamina me. Ghana and Central for no me, ya made Makasi a big crowd, they are not sympathizers to our cause. Airbus SC scandal. Aye bo ni nua din wo as defendant aye ka say government official ka ho no mo ye keta se hye etua bribe ni ade no but you say nyame na me ye UK ni USA e no mo fa a list of countries Airbus for aye confession so mo etua bribe wo ho Embraer jet nyame na me ye Eye Owura Matingami Dubeka say the former president John Evans Atta Mills of blessed memory had calls to investigate the former president for corruption. No, enyamina mekaye.
So comparing the two,
baby free. But Dr. Baumia has been in the limelight. He has subjected himself
to politics.
Politics, Sabi. Yes, will be cry wolf if Femi and Hena say will datching a brighter. Ye could the gate near pay information be a bit magoon hoofy near the ababi chow as a crown son waffefe. Dr. Baumia has been in the public space and so be seen the corruption, dear.
A man for corruption, I'm almost one can correct.
Oh, there be Nasa bra. Nipa no castle on cano.
Do you hear that?
Nasa not Nasa because oh, I dear no or my chine or munya be or baby. O muntimin castle ye crom for. Omuntimi nkase wa ye corrupt. Enti no omo ne na ebe pre ne de se so omo pe bi begu ne ho fi. And I am also telling you say Oshe Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ne interventions kwa aboa me dey fight corruption. And this ne ka bibia you won't even mind.
Intervention be ya.
Ebi ne digitization na ye kan.
Okay.
Ohene woni mienti a digitization ye dey fight corruption.
Ka kire me.
Ohene obi ewo NHIS card. Opeso okọ renew. And the NDC 2 days yes ikodi lie. Ukodi lie na anajo yes yapon ni atete paper ahye mo nsam. Say Jennifer Kofi or china no masa abehya ase. Why frustrated that or pe officer bi ohon mama ne bribe. Say be obejam PQ na wakwakwa ne registration. And na ye kasei. Obeda ne dem ada ne mpaso no waye ne NHIS no registration.
Aye
ontu aka press mpo anateku emfa ma obia. Hwe obi to say driver ni. Obeko DVLA. Ako me national service or DVLA. And I have an idea the frustration are not drivers.
Guru boys.
Obi beko o me koye registration of car and I me koye change of ownership. Bibia ye paper egugu adaka mu na sisi honom. Koye yen paper mra ne fa form si nto so nye change of ownership a yes adaka na ye koye paper ne ndam. Ni amana tena ho fiti anapa koka anwumre kwadbrane betim fifra nanso unya kakra ma obi di ombekọ akofa aba obi ba be ye ne license obe frustrated obeka say me am ko inside amekọ akotena ho ache nanso me magoro boy bi na ewura mu asesi anu apue enne digitally wo betima ye wo niama wo phone so me nkodi ECG vendor queue kania na aban omomfa digital purchases ni ayim famba ECG ayimu no say me light san je say me ko St John's ubeko ECG vending hall na nipa be 200 gu ho ube pini anaja osisi yare enne me dadem na anaju 2 me kan ya dum me bon content na me hu say street light ho aminim say me credit na asa me fa me ECG app meters bako 5 na wo so me select me house na no ane say me di me momo na mato credit aguso 2 minutes ni aso light amame mantua bribe mantua kaska mantua bibia enti
ba o mi ade niam agu akwam e ma corruption no
anya no kwa ohene mpacho when was the last time I otena ha discuss ghost names salaries are yetua now we had the country as a nation we couldn't even issue national ID cards. How do you plan to build the country when you don't even have data on your population? Your data is every 10 years near population and housing census. And now you have digital copies of Obia, you will be a digital footprint. And one had the baby a bank account. And one a year 10. And one a social security. And one a will register or chipper or Ghana card no more beje. Baby a befabi no.
Dr. Mahmoud
Me say, na ne digitization, ne digitalization of the Ghanaian economy. Say, beya ye be fix the structural problems of the economy.
And when we do that,
economy,
corruption will be eradicated. We should credit him for that.
Oh yes.
But Ghana for say more credit for that. We now if you could do baby economy so dollar no amo promise no could do 17. Most there be no there nya dollar na
exchange rates.
Okay.
Any cost of living, and also so are indicators, some of the indicators in an economy, but they are not the only indicators in an economy.
Okay.
So economy na every time I didn't come we should have a context say baby or honoma ya de baby or honso so a juma or why say ye ka ho. Let me give you an example.
Catch them here.
President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ombefa Ghana akonwa no in January 2017. Na omani GDP na you're saying $56 billion. after mfie ngotwe Ghana GDP has increased by $20 billion.
Mobile Fakuja 2017 I say 56 billion.
56 billion.
But after GDP
increased by $20 billion. And these are facts. And
increased by 20 billion.
20 billion.
So we are about 70-something billion dollars in GDP.
As we speak today. And it has even reflected in the GDP per capita. Say be a bina kohumano, ye chema obi a ye kase ye twa say population no per GDP na in excess of $2,000 per.
Almost per capita no wunya chema manfo ne be yenso a. Bosia nso a maboro amena koduru be 700 and something no so chema manfo no a.
Me pa choti asem ya me be kan yi.
Bitie ne pa tira mbusha we.
So obi ka total debt stocker. Eno no nkyere say eye bosia wakobo nyina no. There are other factors in it. Ebi te say depreciation now o kan ho asem no.
Okay.
Wonim sa ukoje bosia no dollars. Then so adwuma na be ha no ye cedis. Ye mobilize your revenue in cedis. So wo kwa kotu abosia no baka say wo sesa into dollars and sana wetua. Mbacha ote ase. Enti no eno no have also impacted the debt stock because of the depreciation issues are raising.
So not necessarily to mark what this can be.
No.
Nemo mekabia na dida hono. See na ho de ko form no. Na maka no kosoro. So nya 700 something billion nya makogia be.
Enti ebi mu kan omo ncheche mu sa. But I am saying say aban president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ombeje Ghana in 2017 no. Me pa cho unim ye GDP growth as Ghana in the year 2016 3.4%.
3.4.
I'm telling you.
GDP growth.
Annual GDP growth na former President Mahama. Ejama Ghana for in the year 2016 no 3.4%. In fact 2015 impodi Andrew sir. Aban we buy 3 years in a row. 2017, 2018, 2019, near average growth rate 7%. In 2020, COVID na ba ye na ye shepe niema mba ye lockdown ne ho keka ho ye say global recession. The whole of Africa, Ghana was one of 3 countries are recording negative growth rates. Even if we did 0.8 and 0.5, it was above the performance of most countries on the continent and even in the world. And unu chairmuno post-COVID year 2021 and year recovery ne shase. Mpacho enne 2024 I womi. The first half of the year, you grow by 5.8% average GDP.
5.8.
Me pacho and the first half of 2024.
You take Kaswa market
no. You take Kaswa market no impact. The expansion where Kaswa is part of Central Region. In the past 8 years, under one district, one factories, 24 factories near starting in Central Region. 13 we are operational. And to know to now cause expansion on Tiasia, obi oti e kumfi. E kumfi pineapple juice factory ne yafa no watchman. Yafa no labourer. Yafa no factory worker. Ono no impact won ni kokto kom because enko obe sori afri e kumfi aba ha se obeye bonsuo. Nko obe sori aba ha se obeton duster. Enko obe sori aba ha se so obechichiri nsuo aton. Nanso so because of the factory ayakosi woni krom ntino ama local economy na asesa nia no odua brobe a okuani na brobe ne beka nwuramu na pro no ma sesa bia kogu kwan ho ame atu agu te se ne ehu sa brobe timi pro na watermelon pro e wojomu no ene factory ni nti na brobe pro
etinya mo dollar sem na mo kan nkran no
enti na campaign no after 8 years baby Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be fa bia no wo se Ghana for abochi ekohia no I make sure so mama show love and support ebi mo ho mo se ba se na ye wadaje ade obi afri oti to Volta to Ashanti to Babia. They can't believe say after 8 years the good people of this country, despite the challenges we've been through, they think say the better alternative will always be the NPP and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because me kan ohene 2016 by this time na NDC womuntimi mponkoye campaign in nurses training colleges and teacher training colleges meboa
me kai bi bisa
NDC deputy ministers ni ministers omukọ West Coast training college nyame nko a me se nkafo fia antoata no mu pia na ye bro omo because Ghanaians were so disappointed in the state of the economy. But the former president, Ghana Fuati, as say, was short memory. And to him, after 8 years a day, all that has been wiped away. And no, to me, Beka Krasa allowance or mine Chemomutia. Mine Chemna Moko campuses are now mobomuno. Almost your free SHS ye implemented. We implemented an anankrofo a kita bankers draft or moko to your fees in schools. President Akufo-Addo befa akonwan in 8 years. Akwala bia no ha ya school fees bill amaneda. So obi se waje bill wo baby a won famra.
Eti nye dollar some ye kan nkran na be decided elections ni.
Me pa cho moshi zongo wo Kumasi. Oba me nyini wo moshi zongo na bitumi kwan de twam from yenya also to Buokrum. Bridge na dance you so.
We are
President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo
from yenya also. You are when you're not now, yes, I tell you.
Obeko we base near the bridge ba kwato so.
Ha, we mo nyina.
Na entosu konko quarter size ni sinchai near the Quincy tutum. And na me komo shizongwa. And this is for bebre kwa dani NPP for, because every corner of our community has been asphalted. Facts. Asphalted. Enya bitu mi no.
Enya de modi deciding kind be decide mo
state of the art bridge. Wo ho. Ho no ma na nsuo to a nsuo fa taxes fa nantwie. Na enkwala wo ho no nyanka na awusia wa school free. Na wonim the golden age of Ghana mabunu.
Actually here.
Teenagers no mo kwa SS and Akufo-Addo no. Me nephew baako say we SHS2 and National Science and Maths quiz not represented the school. Baby just a person me calling it out. Yeah, won in 2004. Yeah, na mama CS went to 1 city.
You kufuo na de buy.
Kufuo na de buy. Yeah, je 30 pesos mo de laminate ne card man. Yeah, won free CSO operation free. Wako school abeko free SHS so free. Owie so na abeko university na sika ni ho a guarantee free student loan. But yeah ko school no na wo beje student loan a yes ko pay witness na pay guarantee. Witness ni ye wa assemblyman and asofo ana imam. Guarantee ni obi a wise senate contributor for 5 years. Under President Akufo-Addo, all you need is your Ghana card. Me manji loan ni be because na akrache phone ni fie. Na krachi ni ba ko pe oye adwuma live ba office so what the ne dey approve ya ma me bra panyin to osuro some so what the ma me na se ye ntua e betete free na kachi no hene enti na yenya the impetus to go back to the good people of Ghana.
Enti mo de money out to say President Kufuor ma ye wo nkola ni free
ye so se atete o
ana mo so mo ba ma mo free SHS
Dr. Baumia so be mo
enti from 2004 ebesi 2014 akola na bia no adi 10 years. From 2014 BC 2024 na akwala na di 20 years otoaba eti hon mu benya mu vote kakra free ho
na mu free SHS for no campaign omo yama President Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Baumia
eno ti na joma ma suro onu nso akote university na no ho no
me say unhu ya na ohene unhu ye enkwala na omo ya campaign ne sene ye yo o ka bibi omo nte
Mamenka de Koko Usman Ahine, wo tie Koko Usman Ahine NDC communications team member. Was it you only wear suit anytime you are going to go US wine person. Was it you only wear suit and tie anytime you are going to interview Honorable Fatima Abubakar? Tell Fatih she's looking beautiful and ask her why she said NDC is a threat to our democracy. Okay,
I'll show you. Mr. Former President John Dramani Mahama is a threat to Ghana's democracy.
There's more.
What do you mean? Tell me, cancer.
Are they?
Now, almost all more quiet democracy and governance lecture. Oko when no say President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo undermine all the institutions of states, specifically. Also undermine the court system, judges, or undermine the electoral commission, or undermine audit service. Now some papa yi kan na enini na so bia. And I notice my observer who say the former president does not have principles. And I will give you evidence to that effect.
Adenja.
Let me take the Electoral Commission. In 2016, former President Mahama say an electoral commissioner ain't mean win the election in any political party. Na yenja isi for no mo nyom adwuma. Na politicians ye ha adwen. Say electoral commission is an institution. Omuwo systems in place, it is not possible for them to rig an election for any political party. Me pacho hini dear na asesa. Electoral Commission we chair ni free wa district directors, regional directors, officers, IT directors, obia oho. The same systems now oja in 2016 no. And no systems now the wo to date as we speak. And so wadane no ho say Electoral Commission no mo ntrase on trase omo NDC for ntrase omo nanse ano mo so omo forensic audit. IPAC four members ni bebre ka say na mo kra dey evidence na mo dey aba ya substantial say mo hu bibia enu nti enya forensic audit omo si hey NDC organizing nationwide demonstration and every regional capital mo mobilize omo nkrofo nyina mo boko jan so omo demonstrate against the Electoral Commission na enne meka no pain say transparency, it is the antidote to every misinformation in this country. Electoral Commission for IPAC ne all stakeholders. And de bet na live TV. So what concerns be abeka wasem. Why no who say NDC for more evidence na to consume. Abosre mu kani hu ehwa mo na o matwe asan obi na mo twe san because o de camera see so a na o nsem no na ejija. O de no to nchen the former president, as a court system, no Ghana court system, no so has been undermined. In fact, o kan so koshia NDC for lawyers bi. Or say President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo apake courts no with NPP judges. Enti so no oba, ono so oba be parke court no with NDC judges. Mbacho onya sa no o kan.
Better so o kan sa.
Na wo kan sa. Ohene mamema example.
Achire me.
The former president as vice president and president appointed judges no more political history. And so the same judges crowd kobutia na presidential election petition no osa to omude unanimous FC. Let me give you typical examples. In the year 2015, President Mahama promoted 2 judges to the Supreme Court, Justice Gabriel Puaman and his Lordship Justice Apau. Justice Apau. And the PNDC one and all year Buna Hafo region deputy secretary, which is today's deputy minister.
Okay.
His lordship Gabriel
under PNDC.
Puaman, yes, Gabriel Puaman, no APNC for general secretary national. And no, their former president Mahama when who be about it. But I don't understand the same judges now sat na panel so for the 2020 presidential election petition. On one side betu omudi unanimous FC. Incite NDC for foot soldiers they don't know the history of these courts and these systems. Be D judges in the courts not them.
So he is a threat to our democracy.
Meanwhile, former MP for Amenfi East and now a high court judge from 1993 all the way to 2001 a high court judge. Former MP for Ada from 1993 all the way to 2004 or a judge. Former MP for Jirapa. And so he is creating the impression, and I'm saying, there is nothing wrong with Nkrofo.
Our political history.
Our masomo minor in politics. No, as a marital from politics. I'm no longer interested in politics. I think say to me the meaning the enemy capacity no. Abebwa in other angle. I do not tolerate to say any party, even me party NPP for yenkodi di obi atem. Entina President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo die. Ye call 2012 presidential election petition. Omubua in favor of the NDC and former President Mahama. Opie free court to honoma. Or se court na abu ateng. Many omo nyadwen. Menjintum. Nanso Ghana assume dwe nti ma eden. Mafane sa. Ananya sa. Na yankwa ni as a country. But former President Mahama is not demonstrating say or no or a statesman. Or no di obenya abribi obekọ court bia na yembu ama no. Yebuama na nasa NDC dia almost say justice has been done. Yebuama na dia ombecha court na da pa suma NDC for amoma bekeka say NPP for they are packing the court abecho chantro. Now let me give you 2 examples.
Na me fan call you fuwas and some ranting ni busa.
Unimu say ambulance trial case no.
Japadia no.
Mbachwan. Ambulance trial case no. Court no e discharge omo minority leader honorable case to forcing. I didn't know my meka say court near clearing agents that way the evidence or hoping say I didn't know my meka sa. So almost say justice has been done.
Yes, a court the and budget.
Court the and budget. Enya no kwa. Member of parliament for Jomoro afotofe enkrofo kofa evidence by say nipa kro ya wo citizenship wo abrochire e wo bi wo Cote d'Ivoire e wo bi wo ha sei court no discharge no under President Akufo-Addo adentina o ma meka say dabi we de mo ntwemanso no na enye say niembo enti no they are creating the impression in the minds of people say as a political case is court automatic ni edidi ama aban, and that is not true.
It was a threat to our democracy.
Oh, yeah, threat to our democracy because he is without principles.
Former President John Dramani Mahama, Wabusa Dr. Muhammad Bawumia questions, we will come to that. But workers were a threat to our democracy. Was it the Amoki Kenyina no? Na the here the economy, which in his words he quoted a year Clinton a year at some point. Clinton said in the 90s that is the economy is stupid. In fact, it's unfortunate that I am repeating that. But also it is the economy. You know, we'll be sending a message. Gallon of fuel. Ebua could do 80 something Ghana city. The economy. And a President Mahama see can once and no any other thing. Our response in say.
Into a economy and former President Mahama now be trusting to fix the economy. Me pacho, what are the structures of the economy? Under former President Mahama, was the economy doing better? No. And let me give you some simple analogy.
Mama, yeah,
economy, yada sumu for 4 years. It's at University of Ghana, research said because of doom so productivity in the country down by about 10%. Said because of doom so over 800 companies collapsed. But what you the economic track record no. Even for those who want to say it's all about the exchange rate. So President Kufoni NPP ja 1 cedi 20 pesos. Now they are called 4 cedi 20 pesos. But what is the percentage increase?
Just all boy my accounts in yet.
Entino, so wo wuji sikano. Enfie nwotwimu, monsori so na akọ mo ho 9 tie. Meaning, enka the past 8 years, una wa akonwa mu a. Without Russia-Ukraine war, without COVID, and ka track record that you name about economic indicators and say and ka exchange rate na ebebo ho 9. Mpacho ne American as.
From 1 cedi.
Yes.
It could do
4.2.
So a year times 4 a year increment.
Thank you. Until without any challenges, or track record, any obia or year into research or betimi study trends of how you manage the economy. Ebeka say ye President Akufo-Addo ne ba umia sinchen. Senka mo na mo abamu in the past 8 years prediction na ebe ne say sane na mo ho 8 years no exchange rate no depreciation here times 4 no sa na nka ebe ya
but mo dey say times 4 sir.
Enti na America said despite the challenges NDC cannot tell us say we have done worse. That is the analogy I'm making. Despite the global challenges.
Me ma me akosua bi no wati enti no sabrofo na kan no ne twi.
Even sikasemo nhyehyeye. So we share the trends in the track record that NDC or man perform better than NPP aban. We admit say we could have done better, but for enema tutu we are afana bebia ebia kanye and enya na eka former President Mahama anytime I want akwanya to speak to a global audience what the no kwa ma no ni sesia na akoka se wonka bibi mfa Ghana ho a Obeka Che will say COVID has an adverse impact on the Ghanaian economy. And he's been saying it. VOA in interviews were be
Oba no abeka bi foforo.
Oba Ghana ha no abeka bi foforo. Say evidence ne de wo hotache mampro. And the social media nti na Google ni bibia ukwa abetwe ni interviews ni video nyina. Enti na anoma kokone.
Wano no. President Mahama de no.
Na meka ne sen. So ko ho no. Okọ atifiko.
No abebisa say one na de COVID ne ba.
Abebisa say one na de ba. Enti
okọ abrochire via VOA no akọ kika.
Any baby okọ say COVID has had adverse impact on the economy. COVID affect here. COVID-19 affect we as afana baby no Ghana nso so ye feelie. Nanso so oba ha say ya onka na sa.
Onka na sa de na ye wo no benum eye drink amame. Na benum drink eye novus range of drinks. Ukoi. Eye ministry what de mo benum.
But of adaka ba kokosi meka.
Novus no ya shada package ne kama na ye no nipa na wo no novus ne ye ne dia no wo pe branding eye proper. Na menim say quality stuff no pe kope binom we ne nya additives ne ye bia e dia frafra bia Novus original coconut milk, mango, banana, ni nyina ubenya bi ato. O pedudu atu akoton wa 0533 733 028 0533 733 na yes man baby pull ups no so nkola no hey wo pese nkola no man na wo mbenyina be ye said nkrofo bi ye okurum hey na obetimi adade a yes man baby pull ups no a ne beboa ama watimi adana ho na adwen mu abobe no anyina be se Fatima to Abubakar je ne kotobi na medical ka chem say yes man na ti se nika wo de shakola na no ano 0533 733 031 0533 wo picture na wo twa ye no menua ba kwenya ko ne yonko bi ye du twumwa twumwa penam hunu si wo twa picture mfoni ba ko so woda form ba ko woda grass ba ko so wote flowers tete dia na sa na ye ni ade na se photo Africa de nya na sa wo person we birthday shoot dia be maternity shoot dia be shoot ene hwan ya photo Africa de be ya mawo Fatima to Abubakar say ye ne photo Africa for be twen bi je number 0245 53 57 29 0245 53 57 29 who is the luckiest wo ye ni ade say ayese na be so discardia eno answer be dial star 712 hash star 712 hash na ko peska ne bidi wo ye fati akontro wo tutu na wo ye na ne bagabu tetedia no ebi ni ho ekolak portmanteau tetedia no ebi ni ho na yakofa biaba Marquez luggage quality media nyakasa tente wo betieti wo ntie nso a kokotoma ne muse ya wate mesia ja hene dia wo ja ya medaso yusu na ja wunya dia na Marquez dia ba no sa akoto bi a wutimi transfer ma makura je number ne kotu bi luggage no ne ade kotu bi koton untu kwan dia wa wasemwa 0534 369 525 0534 369 525. With me in the studios helping me to do my job this morning is a Honorable Minister of Information under the Akufo-Addo government in the person of Fatima to Abubakar. Fatima, questions among for the busa and the busa you. Okay. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, must cooking while you know election ebefa. Mobile
Ebefa, without a doubt. I'm very confident that we are winning bigly.
You are winning bigly.
I'm telling you.
Sir.
Me wojidie ma papa say election ebefa. Me wojidie ma.
Onya sure say John Mahama be winning mo.
Oh, Debbie. Ya so ansa ne aso ansuo. Ghana fo nim ne modu. Obi oye babu na wo pa adwuma. Onhwe nim say John Mahama beba because we need track record of all management. We need track record of all management. Because 4 years na odi mampanyin na one finance for one fire teacher for no. Any a teacher for no so e fa o ma e di menua ba kokota na sankore. Emfie miensa 2015 no mo ka che nzo metua na 3 months. Minim se Ghana mabu no pa adwuma mo pa adwuma mo ya e betua o mo ka. O mo mpa adwuma fa no kwa. Enti they know. Of mabu no adwuma ba o ntwe o mo ka. Teacher for ya do mo call various basic schools JHS SHS. Emfie miensa omo ye adwuma 2013 omo ye adwuma 2014 me count the timelines ni because that time na ono na no president enya vice Dr. Baumia de enim so onye ndi president and he has always said and even President Akufo-Addo has said he is his own person so wa onim say me nua be ma kojo opon kromo on the tete me o ministry ho na anya sa na no ate wese bibia ne suit tete say odi e bia nanso so me be the minister na I am my own person. Obia ne star sebi ntafo kro omadi bosome nkunu wo yafunu ba akumu muntimi escape each other kro mu pie ba abonten a obia woni su enti Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ni su aminim ye me fa ma hohoaho an say owo solutions. The thinking is completely different from what I have seen about African leaders in the past. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is a problem solver. Mamema one example. Kachere me. Nanu ya mpacho what is here call lunch go ride. Na this for month ase almost as I said there Dr. Baumia up nkwa no lunch up nkwa no lunch. The value of Uber about 163 billion US dollars.
The value of Uber economy.
Aye. So Ghana economy times 2. Na sa foreign ride pooling companies no. So omo ha say ya na local rider wo join ya. Adwuma obeye per trip no. Omo mo de 30%, o de 70%. Say fuel no na obeto. Any bibia. Ti Dr. Mahmoud Baumia tena se dwen ho ano se na ye betimi afa akwanya bi a ka sika bo obeye den ebeba fom. Na driver phones so anya more money. Ni anya system a indigenous local and even app no kra omo nso nya mfaso a omo nka say yes $1 ya koye krum ombe cities no ha circulate adi wa ha enti yenso yenhwe se asoman yenso ye betimi a start ye dia e na omo di go ride by go ride 3 indigenous Ghanaian companies and about together with a buy no ma form go ride PPP arrangement private public partnership between Haptel global icon and Detrix and Omaka
Haptel ni yasiba omiadia
omoboa maybe who Haptel nya na asem kura omoboa hwan otewe he
nkomo abetwa
omoboa
anya ba omiadia
there be nya ba omiadia
enya ba omiadia de Haptel GGC giska no
I am telling you so omoboa or he take it from me omonte baby ada omo ye adwuma na eba abeje fans ne yenkopa bibi mene ne ho na nsedi but the crux of the matter ne say you're developing indigenous app instead of utua 30% per trip ama foreign company no omo charge only 10%. 10% no omo charge no omo timu 1% near the aye welfare amount pension for the drivers pachoti any you and instead of 30% utua 10% no 20% na kan say abegu driver no kotoku and also so betimi abo am riding no aye cheaper because component say otua money agency na yeden aba form and na afen so sika no so te ha and na say so aye ba ye your friend is saying as our credit scoring system aye be launch na this month ya no yes so ye rider wo ye adwuma na mo ye credit score na ye betin out of brand new car maw ni ye tetew enkakra na won so wanya sika ni bi assassin ni wo ho o sa ye
so is a problem solver
a problem solver
on this your mama
Debbie na say
but your mama is making solutions for the 24-hour economy but outside in Koko we are going back into the days of a year domestication there more like an champion operation feed yourself in his words more like operation feed yourself is that not the way forward for this nation
yes kwatre kwaso obefra ntoma tie ni din asem we nka mfra ho ntoma tie ni din former president Mahama onya Ghana for hoho he is one of the most experienced and blessed politicians in this country akwanya bia a politician of this country ebetima dream so obedi ni wadi bida ebia UN secretary general nkwa no ndi bida wadi deputy minister sana deputy to honorable speaker Gabra meboa wadi minister wadi member of parliament wababedi vice president wabedi president in fear 9 bi nchan fear 9 bi wantimi a introduce intervention bi ebeboa with the growth of the agri sector me say ya pound for pound what the for growth rate no compare industry and confirm no ko bi say watchman no say confirm ni nyina to ko Burkina me pacho and hope city ni RLG na ewe he SCS Korea advert omo boy ye kra ebetima chechire East Legon ewe he enti at the end of the day no enye na oba be pen a retirement package and a retirement plan enti no waka say oh masesa meye foforo and even masesa no kra he is not being honest because onya opportunity to meet the media and say I got my chance I blew it my mistakes bebre manya ade he couldn't admit that obejina ho so ono no start free SHS obejina ho so ono na NHIS or de baye ama even one of the female journalists ko share a communicator bi she was swearing say Mahama so na the NHIS by
na onya akwanya wampa manfo admit o momunya akwanya mo admit say mo de ebia wo man no problems abam ni ade mo admit
bebre ebi ne saying we have for instance energy sector nanse abribia ebedum kanea ye be can say yes say power sector challenges na money problem ye de gas for car I remember somewhere January 10 to 12 our mokati gas me ankasa we address the press so these are the challenges we are looking for money to solve it because your generation over 60% thermal and your hydro any renewable energy green energy you using. Even with that one no you inherit na renewable composition only 1% and they drew 4%. Odu bui nyina solar panels egugu nsuo so na egu fam mpo nka ho. Okọ Kalio, okọ Nadoli, President Akufo-Addo has been to the Upper West power electricity power generation ya started solar project or cover over 35,000 households. Entino ye ka say ECG sika jeje no enkon kan a ye betima nya sika no e de atua ka ni nyina. Finance Minister Beka say ye the IPPs ne ka about $1 billion. 5 out of the 7 IPPs have been able to reach agreement.
So leadership of transparency, you come to the people,
yes.
you admit it.
Yes.
Okay.
Enti nipa ne je kanea o yusu kanea no wantua ka onim so o mantua kai o munya bi mfa ntofa ngo ma ye nsa anya foforo. So what you say? Yemba da emeka say oh yeah na problem bi ani ho na say we've not said that. But the Ghana habia and the former President Mahama. Onim sanka the whole day wo be fa mo junction yi so generator tututu wo be bia o gina traffic mu a power bank nko an yeto me in 8 years me to power bank because ye dum kra wonim se ebe so
edi ye de sori so no na dia na wo ka kire Ghana
ye de sori so no me say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ese wo be ma mabunu 4 million adwuma within the period that all park akwanya be som as Ghana president na no so no wa ma specifically baby adwuma ne be free ebi ne he or say private sector yeah better Ghana GDP 3% the amount the private sector SSS schools hostels yeah my private sector na AC near rented from them a lot of the public infrastructure private sector na AC na private sector no so himself for to da ho no mu no musia no nim so osin so obetima offload for abai ombeye or say the railway sector Ebra ya import steel ni ade to do the railway sector na it should be a thing of the past. Nyame adaroma President Akufo-Addo amamu nti e na Ghana bauxite ya ntama ma President Mahama nua because Olusi election the first thing he did was to make appointment to all the anti-corruption agencies like Shraj and Auditor General. Olusi election no and sell Ghana's bauxite to his brother. Yama ya ni anya dia.
In 30 seconds.
Enti ne bauxite no ene ne dia giadek. Ghana integrated aluminium. As I say, almost say from omuyi and so more refining, they saw more smelt to Valco. And to a sin still na ye de be expand the railway sector. Meaning na yenye locally. And a Ghana first policy. So every public institution, any product and non service here, you should look out for a Ghanaian company. So services ni be ni Ghana and some PPA be more approval to outsource for the product or service elsewhere. So
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is the option for Ghana.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Come December 7.
Without it.
Ghana fund to Abamano.
When him say petroleum hub or maybe a portal or more recruitments. Petroleum hub or Jomoro.
Fatima da se peso by.
Entim patro Ghana for agia to pintin say ye koto number 1 on the ballot. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Any other NPP parliamentary candidate confusion be any enye ye dia e bi da 7 bi da 2 bi da 8 basa dia na nwonran enkrofo hu be bi omo to afa
but thank you
enye aba 20 na abenya BP okwa wutim number 1 and now call baby no pressure na mate abaya driver.
Thank you very much Abubakar Fati, a Minister of Information and permanent eternase no medido akata chief famesa ha ana medibesie enchima fidie nem free a manena ha ya meko ochena mesaba ne maba ba ye adwuma.